Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Mighty Beats podcast. How's everybody been? How's everybody? I'm
work
barely
fucking sucks.
surviving. Yeah, dude. My work fucking sucks this week, dude. I don't know if everyone's on their period at the same time, but I'm over this shit.
Yes.
Well, I could tell you I'm not on my period.
Thank God.
Not yet.
Yeah, did I ever tell you about that time I passed a kidney stone and I thought I was getting my period?
I'm sorry. You're going to have to replay that one for me.
You're gonna have to tell it to me in completion.
Okay. I'll replay it. Let me just wind it. Did I ever tell you about that time I passed a kidney stone and I thought I was getting my period?
I hate you
Tell
all.
me more. Tell me more.
I was like 12 or 11, maybe. This is back when we lived at the two-story house, Ruby.
Uh-huh.
And one day, like, my stomach was hurting. And then, like, I think the day after or something like that, I pissed blood. And
Holy.
Yeah. I didn't tell anybody. I was just like, oh, my God, my period.
Junior, what the fuck?
And
It's at that
and then
moment
I found out.
he grew 3 times larger.
Oh, no.
And then I found out, like, 3 years later that it was a kidney stone.
Jesus Christ, Big B.
You must have been on the toilet for like an hour.
No, the whole thing was like 5-10 minutes.
Oh. Because usually when people pass kidney stones, it's always like they're trying to pass it and it's just like fucking painful.
Nah, for me, it was like I felt like I had to piss. And so I went to do it, and then it was just hurting. And I was like, oh, fuck, this shit hurts. And then I just kept pushing through, and then blood and stuff came out. I'm assuming mine, like, broke down. Because, like, some people, like, when they pass kidney stones, it'll, like, break down in the process of passing. And so it won't pass as a full stone, which makes it easier to do. I'm assuming that probably happened to me, too.
That really sucks.
You got lucky there then.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been not pretty.
No, I mean, it already wasn't anyways.
Yeah, true. I'm just saying it could have been worse.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Yeah,
Coulda,
you know.
woulda, shoulda, lose an extra life. So just back down your pipe.
Hey,
Oh, yeah,
I
Ruby.
get that reference.
We were rewatching like old epic rap battles of history when you left.
Okay.
There were some pretty good bangers in
Yeah.
there.
When we
Luigi.
all hung out IRL
Yeah, because we do that.
for the first time in quite a while, actually.
Well, yeah, I think the last time we hung out was like literally 2 weeks before. But before that, it was like months, I think.
Yeah.
It had been like a month or two, but even before that, the last time we hung out, it was only you and me.
Sorry, I'm drinking up iced mocha. When was that?
It's been a minute.
It's been a long day. That's a reference nobody will get.
Yeah, I was
The
about
only-
to say, Junior,
The
that's
closest
been
thing that I
many
can think of
years.
is that song "Move Along." Da na 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 da da. Move along. But you just switched the lyrics.
Oh, I don't know that one.
No, it's from a musical that him and I were. Actually, I don't think it's the same musical I was in, but I know that you were in it, Junior.
You were in there. It was How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying.
And I'm dead. Was
that
it? Oh yeah, it was.
I'm pretty
huh?
sure that was the only show you and I were in together. Mm-hmm. Together, we shall devour the very gods.
Yeah, that's the. I went to go see that play actually. I remember.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I remember Ruby was a cleaning lady, and I'm like, they totally did that because you're Mexican.
Absolutely, he did. Mr. Gremmel thought it was hilarious,
I thought it
There
was
were only-
hilarious.
and he was.
There were
and
only
he
like
was,
3 brown ones in that whole school.
and then he was all like,
We
"Hey,"
were 2 of them.
and he was like, "Can you give her a smoker's voice, just like that old lady in the Simpsons movie?" And so I did, and he was like, "Perfect."
Yeah, and then he did the you like spit on the rag. I remember
Yeah,
Spit
that
on
was
that thing.
that was supposed to not happen for reals, but I accidentally did it on opening night, and I was like, "Well, it is what it is."
that. The show must go on.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what they say in show business. There's no business like
No.
the. I don't even remember where that's from. To be honest.
But yeah, I remember that play specifically because you guys did like 3 seconds of the Last Supper, and then it went back to the normal play.
Huh, I actually don't remember that at all.
Yeah, there was a scene where you guys were all sitting at like this long table, and I think it was like 13 people, which you were also in it.
It
And
was
then
the
like
opening
the
act for
the spotlight shined on like the table, and you guys redid the Last Supper pretty much.
It was the opening act before the Brotherhood of Men.
Well, the Brotherhood of Men is not near the opening act. Or do you mean
No.
like the spot like right before?
Yes.
Brotherhood, is that what you mean?
Yeah. So it was setting up for that, and so you guys did that as like kind of like a joke, right? But
Oh, okay.
yeah, it was before the Brotherhood of Men number.
Yeah, and
It's so long ago.
And I really liked that one dude. He had a single arm.
Oh, Aaron.
Yeah, I like that guy. He was cool.
I'm not gonna say his full name, or maybe I will, and I'll just bleep it out because I remember his full name. His full name is.
Oh yeah, he has
Oh.
a pretty cool name.
But yeah,
He does
I
have a pretty
specifically
cool name.
remember when he like got off the phone with someone, and he was like expecting someone in his office. So he had a picture frame on his desk, and he just like set it down.
Yeah, he was a pretty chill dude. Like when I first met him, like I was worried about saying something about his one arm, but he was actually quite like chill with it.
He's like, yeah, get it all out. I only got one arm.
Where you're just a chill guy with one arm.
He would always
I'm pretty
make
sure
that.
it was. I'm
Oh,
pretty
go
sure it was a
ahead.
birth defect. Like I'm pretty sure he was just born like that.
I actually have no idea.
I heard somebody say that, but I never confirmed it.
Well, you know what they say about assuming makes an ass out of you and me.
Okay, when I assume something, how does it make an ass out of the other person though?
Because then you have to correct that other person, so you're being rude to them.
I
Exactly.
don't have to, and it's not rude to correct somebody.
It is if you
Well,
do it rudely.
It's just a
Well,
saying.
then don't. Well, it's a stupid ass saying. There's a lot of stupid ass sayings that make no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what? Putting the cart behind
Like
the
break
horse.
a leg. What?
Putting the cart behind the horse.
Cart.
Well, that makes sense.
Wagon. Cart.
Well, yeah. That makes sense though.
Well, it's still dumb. Who
No, I
has
mean,
a
like, break a
fucking
leg.
horse these days, you know?
Something like break a leg, because like they're trying to wish you good luck, and they tell you to break a leg.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck, bitch? That is
Oh,
not
fuck.
good luck.
Break your own leg.
Yeah, I'll break it for you.
Bitch.
Other than that, how's everyone's week going?
Horribly.
That's alright.
Anything to note? Because I saw you put on there stupid ass customers.
Well, Junior can go first on that regard.
Well, it's just funny, 'cause it actually happened earlier today. But basically, there's this customer that we have that is not very bright, and he's the type of person who asks a lot of questions. And initially, like, if you're the type of person to just ask a lot of questions because you want to know something and like fully understand it, then like cool, like I'll answer all your questions. You know, I want you to know what it is you're spending your money on, right? But he's the type of person to be repeating questions, like ones I've already fucking answered,
Oh, God.
and that shit gets real annoying.
one of those.
But-
It reminds me of that one customer you mentioned, Junior, where like it seemed like his direction was delayed. Like you would tell something, he wouldn't respond, and then when you say something else, he would respond to the last question you did.
Oh yeah, that dude was just like lagging because like normally he's not like
Lagging?
that, but that day he was like he just didn't have coffee or something that day. But this guy, he's a whole new level, dude.
This guy's just stupid.
So in his back patio, there's a beam that runs across like his patio, like where the fucking like roof is. And there were holes along the bottom. And he was like, "Oh, there's these holes here. Like, I don't know what's causing it. Is it termites?" So we go and we take a look at it, and there's these little, like, perfectly like circular holes, basically, that go all along the bottom part of the beam. And I'm taking a look at it, and I'm like, "Well, it's definitely not termites, and these are way too small to be something like powder post beetles or like carpenter bees or something." So I'm taking a look around, and I noticed that he's got one of those like hoses where like you attach a water hose to it. And it runs water and it shoots out of sprinklers, so it creates like a mist effect, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got one of those that's running up to his patio where that beam is at, and he's got anchors, set along where the hose is to hold it up. But I'm noticing that some are missing. There are some gaps between the anchors, and so I look down and I see that one of them is actually on the floor below one of these holes. And I pick it up and I put it up and it's a perfect fucking fit.
Wah wah.
Interesting.
So the holes were just his fucking anchors that hold up the misters just falling off.
Wow. Well, the good thing is that he didn't need any sort of like pest control.
No, but it's a far drive. So we charge him for the trip.
Ah, damn. How much did you charge?
Yeah, like $20.
That's
just
not
for
too
like
bad.
gas and shit. Because we have to drive all the way out there. It takes like gas to get there for one, and two, I'm on company time, so I'm getting paid for that drive.
Yeah.
So you just charge him $20 for the trip.
Well,
He
Yeah,
doesn't
man.
need to know that.
Oh, I'm telling him.
next time, yeah. What about
Yeah,
you, Ruby?
I just thought that was funny.
You can go ahead. I'm eating before I get pissed off again.
All right. Well, what about you, dog? How's your week going? You have any stupid customers recently?
A stubborn customer. The other day, we were doing a closing shift. So, what time did we close? We closed like at 8 or some shit. And this customer came in, or got to my register like at 7:55 ish, and was like,
Damn.
"Hey, the store manager at this other store like 50 miles away told me that if I buy all these plants, I can get a 20% discount just 'cause." And I was like, "All right, I can't do that here." And she's like, "Oh, but the sign over there says that it's a thing." But the sign was at another store freaking 50 miles away. I'm not going to honor that shit. And if like I told her, like, if you can show me like physically in this store that we do that if you buy 10 plants you get 20% off, I will do it for you because, it's a sign, it's on here. But she's like, "No,
Right.
it's not at this store, it's at the other one." And the store manager, Catherine, you know Catherine, right? And I'm like, "Who the fuck is Catherine, bitch?" I didn't say that, but it's like, no, I don't fucking know everyone at every single store. I don't know who this Catherine lady is. And I'm like, "Sorry, like, I cannot honor that." Like, and she's like, "Well, I want to speak to your manager because I am a stubborn woman and I will get what I want." And I'm like, "All right." So I
She
go
seriously
like,
said that?
I go talk to my manager, who is trying to do all his closing duties, which one of them is stand by the door for 5 minutes because that's what time we're closing at, and right at 8 is when he locks them. So I'm like, "Hey, customer wants to talk to you," and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna need her to like follow me to like the other side of the store because that's where we're like herding people out of here now." And I'm like, "All right, cool." And so she
You got their
follows.
fucking shepherd staffs just like hoarding them.
Yeah. Fucking send the plague, send the sun, or whatever. What's that song called?
Send the sun.
No, how does the song go?
Send my
Swarm.
I send my swarm. I send
The
the
storm.
Sword.
It was a storm.
The
That's what
horde.
it was.
Doth save the Lord.
Yeah, so the lady went with my manager. They went to the other side, and I was as soon as I saw them go away, I'm like, all right, sweet. Picked up the phone, made a page to the store, customer service clear, and then I went to go clock the fuck out. And when I was exiting, I told I asked my manager, I'm like, hey, what ended up happening with that lady? I'm like, oh, I told her no. I'm like, yeah. Stupid ass.
And I get what I want. Shut the fuck up, Karen.
Yeah, she was like, I'm a stubborn person. I'm like, all right, well, I'm not stubborn, but at the same time, I follow rules because I don't want to get in trouble. I'm not going to give you 20% discount just because. Like, that'll get me in trouble,
Yeah.
and I'm not getting in trouble because of yo sorry ass.
I'm sure she fucking lied. She sounds like a person that would lie to get what she wanted.
Yeah. She's like, oh, this other location in a different state, they said I can do this. It's like, motherfucker, I don't give a shit what they doing in Utah.
And
Yeah,
she,
exactly.
she kept iterating that this was, like, since the sign was at the other store, all should honor it. And I'm like, no.
Oh,
That's not how it's
dox
everywhere.
yourself.
Anyways,
I said, nice, dude. You
yeah,
doxed
she
yourself.
said that, and I'm like...
The place you work at?
Literally, that was an agreement between you and that store manager. That's between you and her, and we don't have anything to do with it. Like, other stores aren't going to be honoring, like, person the store manager promises. You know what I mean? So if you really want to get that 20%, go to the other fucking store. Don't come to ours. She said she came to our store because we just happened to be... She happened to be in the neighborhood. I'm like, well, that's inconvenient for you, buddy. Inconvenient for you, and
Yeah.
definitely not my problem.
Yeah, it is. I think the only time I ever broke a rule while working at a company was when I worked at Discount Tire. Oh, shit.
Yeah, he pulled
Sorry.
up in a 1784
There was this one dude
fucking
that came
Ford.
in, and he was like... I'm trying to profile, but you could tell he was very poor. Just like...
You don't drive
car,
a barn,
he
dumbass.
like drove in and was all beat up and stuff, and the tires were all fucked. 1784. He's pulling up in a barn. Yeah, but basically, like, all his shit was fucked, and like his tires were all old. He needed like 4 new tires, but his one tire was bad, so he had a spare on, and the spare itself is also like shit. And he was like, "Please, I just need 1 new tire." And I told him like, all right, well, this is the price. And it was like the cheapest tire that we had, you know, after adding tax and all the fucking fees and labor and everything. It came out to like $120 or some shit, including like warranty. And then he was like, "Oh, dude, like I don't got that much money." So I was like, "All right, bro, just give me 1 second." So then I went back, and this was like when they were first like showing me how to work the computers
Yeah.
and like so I could start working out front and selling tires and shit. So I was like kind of finagling with like the numbers and shit, and without making it obvious, I was able to give him a discount, and then I just took off like the warranty of the tire because it's like $20, and I was like, "All right, bro, like I can give this shit to you for like $60." And he was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude." He was like, thank you. I was like, "Yeah, just don't tell anybody."
But that's so nice of you. That was a kindness out of you that nobody else would have probably done, because it would be like, well, rules are the rules and that's it, and like not have been human with him. So many people do that they're like, they're not human with other people, and when they're obviously having a hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the Discount Tire that I worked at too was just in an area where like that happened a lot. Like there were a lot of times where people came in and they're like, "Fuck, like I don't have like $200 for tires, but my shit just blew up," and like, you know, stuff like that. And so that just happened a lot. There was this one other guy. I won't say his name because he's still working with the company, but he would do that too. Like, kind of, he'd be like, "Follow me over here," and he'd go to like the computer in the corner.
Yeah, that's
and kind of like
nice.
tilted away from everybody
If
else.
it were me, though, I'd be like,
And like
"Hey,
I knew,
man,
like,
could you
because I would like
like,
pass by
save me
or
$50. I'm like,
go
get
up to him
the
to ask him a
fuck
question
out of my
because he was one of the
store!
managers, and I could see like what he's doing on the screen. And I'm like,
You are so goddamn lucky I don't call the fucking cops on you, bitch.
Yeah, I've definitely.
You should have thought about that before you became peasants.
We don't serve.
Food?
We don't serve poor people here. It is no concern of mine if you don't have, what was it again? Tires. There was one time too, I don't care if I'm doxxed, where I was working at Wells Fargo. It was like my last month or two, and I was just totally over it. I was like, dude, fuck this company, fuck this job, this and that. And the last place that I was working at before they let me go was in a pretty poor spot. Around where Junior is at. I won't say where though. So it's a pretty poor neighborhood. I think Junior can agree with that. And you, Francisco, actually.
I don't go to that location anymore.
And so a lot of people would come in and be like, "Hey man, I really need like this check cash and this and that, whatever." And there's a certain procedure that we have to follow, that if the system says do not cash it, we're supposed to absolutely follow that. I said fuck that. I have manager power. And so I would, help them out and be like, bro, take it, go, run, get out of here. I didn't do this for you. So I started like bending rules and started breaking certain things, removing holds for people, because I was like, dude, fuck this company. And these people that I did it for, they're hard workers, like at least on the system I can see. They're just trying, they're struggling, they're trying to feed their family. And my manager would be like, no, you have to wait for 7 days for your check to clear. When the check just came from their job, because their job didn't send the direct deposit like they were supposed to. So they sent everybody checks. Like, that's not their fault that their work didn't send the checks properly. You know what I mean? And so, like, my manager would leave, and I'd just tell him, okay? And they'd be like,
ese güero no nos entiende.
Okay, because my manager was
verga.
white, didn't know.
Pinche verga.
Yeah, didn't understand Spanish. So I would do it. He was like, okay, ya está listo todo. Los fondos son disponibles hoy. Sí, mija. Sí, cállate. Go. It's because we have the bandit barriers, so you have to speak up.
Oh, you may not.
So I don't want manager to hear, so I'm like,
it's probably not.
Corte. Ay, gracias, mija, gracias. And like, I would tell them like
they're a fucking kid stealing apples off of a fucking cart on the streets of Agrabah. That's gotta be racist.
But I started doing it the last like couple of months because I was like, dude, this company's really fucking these people over, so I'm gonna do what I can to help them out. And on one of them, I apparently saved his house because they were gonna close it, but like
no, me and Junior are the only fucking smart ones in this goddamn world. I swear to God.
Basically, like take the house from him.
If you're poor, why don't you just get
sure,
money?
Let me just,
Well, it was foreclosure, so if you wanted to, you need 5 openers.
You're fucking stupid.
Come on, man. Everyone just needs to get on our level. At this point, it's everyone else's fault.
Why do you think I walk around? Yeah, why do you think I walk around with a pack of Uno reverse cards everywhere? Okay?
Oh my god. But
oh, dude, nice. How was it? I'm kidding.
Oh, so it's my turn right now for the customers. So,
oh yeah, huh?
My stupid customer.
So I finished beating Sekiro.
I hate you.
Mm-hmm.
He came in today, and I was like, "Hi, sir. How can we help for today?" And he was like,
"At this point, you just like strap on your seatbelt."
So fucking stupid.
You're standing up at a counter and
like,
you just
right,
materialize a seatbelt to strap on.
Start. Dude, it's like 10 something in the morning. Like my cold brew hasn't hit me quite yet, and it's like, are you serious? And I was like, okay, well. I was like, all right. And so
like,
I'm like,
"No."
okay, well, what's going on with it? Every time I try using it, it doesn't go through. It's not reading my pen. Your guys' card is fucking worthless. The only thing it's good for is wiping my ass. And I was like, you wipe your ass with our debit cards? That's why it's not working.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
But I was like, okay, well, let's come over to an office and see what's going on.
I don't want you
And he
flipping
goes,
my nuts on
no,
me.
I don't want you flipping my numbers around, fucking with my account. Maybe that's why it's not working, because you're flipping numbers on me. And I'm just like, what in
Help.
the fuck?
She's fucking me.
I'm just like, what the hell is this man on? Because it's not on Earth. And I was like,
He doesn't
no,
think there's
sir,
cameras in
we
the
don't
offices, too?
have the power to do that. I can bring you into an
Yeah, that's
office
why-
so we can
that's why
call
people
and
don't-
figure it out. He's like, no,
That's why
I'm
people
staying
don't fucking
right
offices
here,
anymore, 'cause
right
all the
where
goddamn
everybody
cameras.
can see you and you're on
Very
camera. And I'm
inconvenient,
just
but
like,
whatever.
okay. I guess not. He's a fucking psycho.
Silly Billy. Everyone's got a camera on their phone.
Yeah.
I'm about to
Damn,
offer
I
this
know that they
fucking
ruined it
knuckles
for all
into
of
your
us.
teeth.
And so I was like, okay, sir, well then come up to the teller line so we can still get on a computer. And he goes, see, you should have offered that smart idea in the first place. And I was like, oh my god, dude, if I could stab
It's
you
the
with
Joe
my
Anderson.
So I jump over to the other side and I'm asking him for his ID. He goes, you don't need that. You know who I am. The fuck I do? And I'm just like- and I'm
Is
like,
that you, Joe Biden?
you're looking a little crusty today. And so I'm like, no, sir, I don't know who you are. I need your picture ID. He goes, oh, bring me your manager. I don't believe this service. And I'm just like, dude, am I like hallucinating? Am I having a stroke? What's happening? Like,
You said the M word.
and so my manager comes over, right? Got a big ass smile on his face like the Cheshire cat. He goes, hi, sir. I'm the manager. We're gonna come over to my office. No, I want you on camera. This is bullshit how she's
Not like
treating
this.
me. And I had to turn around and walk away because I'm just laughing.
Hey.
I'm like, this can't be real. I have to be like hallucinating. I have to be on acid somehow. Maybe someone drugged my drink. Like, this can't be real.
I wish someone would drug my drink because that means free drugs.
And so my manager, he's all like, first off, I'm gonna need you to stop yelling or I'm gonna escort you out of here. Second, no, we cannot do that, sir. All we can do is look into
Fucking
the account and see what's going on
dumbass!
with your card. After them going back and forth on that stuff, he finally gives my manager the card. He is at the wrong bank. He thought he was in Chase.
I was about to say Chase. I thought this was the Chase.
Chase is behind us where we're located.
They're chasing you?
And he doesn't apologize. He doesn't like admit he did anything wrong. He just snatches it and says, well, fuck this company, and walked out. And I run to the back room. Oh, you ever bleep that shit? We run to the back room and we're fucking laughing, dude. We're just losing our shit. In our
my
break
marbles.
room, in our break room, we have a big glass like panel so we can see like outside into the driveway. We see him talking to himself, and he got so pissed he threw his wallet at his door, like his car door. And then, like, picked it back up, got back in the car, and slammed his door and drove off to the opposite side of Chase. He just got on the highway.
It's like Al's Toy Barn. He like drives across the street. Just
Oh,
Yeah. I gotta go to work. All the way to work.
Oh my god, guys. Stupid customer.
biker's fault.
And it's just like, oh my god.
See, clearly
That-
this was all your fault, Ruby.
Some
You should have been
fucking
able to
how.
look at him and say, you are definitely a Chase customer.
Come
I
on,
should
Ruby.
have
This
been-
is what you get for being brown.
I should have looked at it and be like, oh, Almighty One has returned. How can I help thee?
Oh, my lord! Savior of the universe!
Let me gobble that cock, please.
I should have been like,
Swallow
oh,
me, gobble me, drip down inside me.
I should have been like, oh, Spooterman.
Oh, Spooterman!
Misery, misery, misery.
Fucking love that video.
You, Spooterman.
Never meet your heroes.
But
Meat is spelled with an M-A-T, by the way.
so that definitely set the mood, and the rest of the day was just fucking busy with pissed off people because we're going to be closed for a couple of weeks. We're going to get our location remodeled, and they're like, so I got a message, you're going to be closed for remodeling. And before I can be like, yeah, we're going to be doing this and that, whatever information I need to tell them, they're like, so those machines are coming in, huh? And I'm like, actually, no, not yet to this location. Oh, but it will. Well, yeah, eventually.
Your droids, they'll have to wait outside.
Just like eventually you're gonna fucking die. They're just like all pissed off, and they're just like, well, when that happens, I'm closing my account. Well, I can do it now and save you the trouble.
No, there's still humans here.
Oh, let me get you with that express installation.
God, it's just, we're all so tired and burnt out having to repeat ourselves over and over and over again.
One by one by one.
By one, by one, by none.
One.
Yeah, that sounds like it would be pretty fucking annoying. I'm already like having a hard time dealing with one person repeating himself all the time.
Oh, God. Yeah,
This is why I can't do customer service, man.
we're all just fucking over it.
We're all a little hard.
That's a different reference.
Same thing. Same principle applies.
Does it?
It is, depending on the customer.
Same principle, Mr. Robinson.
What?
Anyways, so I beat Sekiro. It was really good. It's actually one of the shorter games in the FromSoft library.
Let me guess. 15 hours.
Actually, I didn't check,
Oh, well.
but it was definitely not like super long.
Like Dark Souls
Fif-
3.
15 hours is probably about my playtime, yeah.
So what's your opinion on it? Like what made it stand out?
Okay, so obviously it doesn't play like the Dark Souls games. It's a lot more fast paced. You have infinite stamina. You have only one weapon throughout the whole game.
Oh, really?
And yeah, you just have your katana throughout the whole game.
Oh, I guess that makes
and-
sense.
But instead of getting like different weapons, you just get like different moves. Like you have all these different like moves that you can do. And then you have your prosthetic arm, which has like a shit ton of stuff that you can do with it. So overall, right off the bat, I'm gonna say the game's like a really solid 9 out of 10.
Nice.
Nice.
It is a lot of fun, and the final boss, even though I got stuck on him for quite a while, he is definitely the hardest boss that I fought. I didn't fight every boss in the game. There was a couple that I missed because I didn't know how to get to them, and then when I got to the end of the game, I locked myself out of them.
Like hardest ever, or just hardest in that like world?
Like in
Like
this
in that game. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the final boss is definitely the hardest boss in the game, but he was also a lot of fun. And when I finally beat him, it was super satisfying.
Nice.
And very rarely when I actually did die, did it feel like bullshit. A lot of times it was like, yeah, I just fucked up.
like, yeah, that's on me.
Yeah, there were only a couple of times where it's like, I definitely hit block there, game. Fuck you.
What was it? Wasn't it like Swordmaster Ishin or something like that?
Sword Saint Ishin,
That's what it was.
which is kind of a spoiler, but
Well, not
Wait.
not
really.
big of a deal.
Yeah, I want to play this game, so don't no spoiler.
It's exactly like Metal Gear Rising.
Except I never played Metal Gear Rising either.
So that'll make it even better for you.
It's not like Metal Gear Rising at all. What do you mean?
Yeah, because in the beginning when Sam's like, "Oh, you deny your weapon its purpose," and then shing, and then he's like, "Shit, not again."
That doesn't make me feel better at all.
I guess that part is, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Where you fight against another dude with a sword and then your arm gets cut off.
Yeah, when you fight samurais in that samurai game, and then you fight another samurai in the other samurai game.
Yeah, dude, they're basically the same game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Memories broken, the truth goes unspoken. I've even forgotten my name.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, Sekiro's really good. The final boss is awesome. And pro tip to anybody who wants to play the game, the ninja prosthetic tools that you get throughout the game are really fucking sick. I did the
Let me guess. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Well, what are you gonna guess?
I was gonna guess the great axe.
Oh no, I did the dumb shit thing of not like focusing on upgrading them until I got to the end of the game. So I couldn't actually utilize all the sick ass upgrades you get because as I'm going through the game, I have like the basic like stuff, and then as I'm going through, naturally I get enough resources to upgrade a couple of them here and there. And then so I use a couple upgraded versions, and I'm like, this is really all I need. And like that was true. I only used the couple that I needed, and it got me through the game. But I'm upset that I didn't get to experiment with like the fully upgraded shit because some of them are really fucking cool. So, pro tip, I recommend doing at least a little bit of grinding when you get to mid game to get all the necessary money and materials that you need to upgrade your tools, because I think it'll make the game even better.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great game.
Awesome. It's definitely on my to playlist because I think I only got like, I want to say it's a quarter through the game before I dropped it. And I didn't drop it because I didn't like it. Same story as before. I dropped it because other games came out and I played those instead. But when I finished Hollow Knight, I put a vote on my like Facebook page, and I'm like, what game should I play next? And Sekiro was one of them.
Oh, what ended up winning on that poll?
I think it was Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, okay, no, that's good.
Hold on, let me actually see if I can find it. But yeah, you guys keep on talking.
Well, another pro tip to anybody who wants to play Sekiro, all of your old habits and muscle memory that you have playing Souls games, you have to completely throw them out the window. You can't play Sekiro like a Souls game. You get punished for it. Once I fully like committed to the Sekiro playstyle, that not only did the game become way more fun, but it also became a lot easier. I first tried Guardian Ape as well as the dual Guardian Ape fights, which is impressive for anybody who knows what that means.
Well, I know about the Guardian Ape because a lot of streamers were like reacting to it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get more food. I'll be right back.
This bitch. Well, yeah, that's a great game. And I got that game off my checklist, so now I can finally move on to the next of my my list of D20 games. Which actually, you mentioned the D20 challenges on here, didn't you?
I did, yeah. So
what were yours? Because I don't remember them.
So the 20 challenges that I remember is I rolled a 20 for Ruby to play and finish Hi-Fi Rush after she finishes Dark Souls.
Okay, yeah.
There's that one. She rolled a 20 on me not having sex for 2 weeks. I vetoed that shit right away.
Okay, I already said that one doesn't count anyways.
Yeah. And then another 20 that I rolled was Danny doing all the hot dog missions in Sonic Unleashed.
Oh yeah, which he's currently working on.
Yeah, I can see he's working on that right now. So, and then I rolled an nat 1 on the challenge for like Cuphead. Take a drink after every level and a shot after every act.
Oh, which means you have to do it now. Oh, and Ruby said she would do it with you, didn't she?
Yeah, but she can't drink. Fucking ploy.
Why can't she drink?
Because she's breastfeeding.
She's not breastfeeding.
What? She told me she was.
No, she gives the baby formula. I'm there. I know.
God damn it. She lied to me.
She could totally
terminate her immediately. Anyways.
Poor Sitka, he's like staring at me through the door like, let me in. And I'm just like, no.
But yeah, and then the other one was Danny rolled on me was I have to complete a luck-based game. Which I decided it will be Balatro.
That's good. That's a good pull.
Yeah, and I think he said something like if I unlock all the all the decks or all the jokers or whatever, he'll consider it complete.
Yeah, I think that's like the first ending of the game. Because like Balatro's a roguelike, and roguelikes technically have like the first ending you would achieve, and then it unlocks more endings typically.
It's a card game. What kind of endings would you possibly get?
I don't know. I've never played it. I just know it's a roguelike, and getting all 4 jokers is one of like the things you can do. But yeah, so for context for anybody, because we didn't explain it, something that we did was we all sat around a table and we just rolled the D20 die, and we would just declare video game challenges to each other. Keyword video game challenges, Ruby. None of this, if I roll a 20, you got to shave your fucking beard shit.
Hey, Francisco, can I have sex for a month?
It doesn't count.
Yeah, bitch.
You're lucky.
You wasted a 20.
You're
It's
lucky.
a private domicile and I will not be harassed.
You're lucky, puto, that doesn't count.
Anyways, and we all get 1 veto, and the 1 veto is forever. So I already used my 1 veto, which was playing Kingdom Hearts 3's data fights. I did not want to do that.
Yeah.
So I completed my first D20 challenge, which was, at the time, the challenge was I had to stop every game I was playing, go back and revisit a game I had not finished and finish it, which I chose Sekiro, so now I'm done with that. The next one I got to do is I got to do all the Blitzball missions in Final Fantasy X.
That sucks.
It shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. I think you'll be fine.
I rolled a 1 on you, Francisco, which was pick a game at random in the Game Pass and then beat it. Mm-hmm. So that means you have to pick a game for me at random.
Right. I actually forgot about that. I need to find the game to do that.
And there was a 1 rolled against you, Francisco.
I know. I already talked about it.
Okay.
About,
Cuphead
Cuphead.
I fucking hate you. You had to pick Cuphead.
It's a fun game. Come on now.
Oh,
it is a fun game.
It is right now. Wait till you have to play with me, bitch.
What? Do you suck?
And when drunk.
You'll
Have you
find
seen her play
out.
Dark Souls?
No, I haven't. Am I better
Good.
than her?
Well, she's bad.
All right. From like the first hour that you saw me play the first Dark Souls, would you say I was doing better than Ruby?
Honestly, I'd say you were doing the same.
Ah, shit. Well, GG's.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you, dog. Now that you've played through Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring, I expected better.
Oof.
Well, you know how I get. I panic roll every now and then.
Yeah, it doesn't help that Dark Souls 1 controls like
Ass.
I was going to say butter on concrete.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's terrible. Fighting this
yeah,
4 kings fucking sucks.
The 4 Kings fight isn't even that bad.
It is for me.
A pro tip, Ruby, is that when you kill one of the 4 Kings, and while his body is like disappearing, you can keep swinging at his dead body, and it'll keep doing damage to the health bar in the bottom.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I also noticed that if I use a crystal weapon, it does damage to him. Without having to have a curse thing on him, me.
I didn't know that. I don't use crystal weapons. They're ass.
I mean, it has shit durability, yeah, but their power is fucking crazy. It's kind of worth it for me right now with the kings, because I'm just over this fucking fight.
Well, maybe next time I'll join you, and I'll just two-shot him or something. But what were your D20 rolls, Ruby? What challenges were placed upon you?
Upon me was I have to do another Dark Souls run. Like, play it again. I can't remember, though, specifically. There's, like, a specific challenge to do the second run.
Because I did it to you. It was you have to play it through a run again without wearing armor.
Without wearing
that's
armor.
What it was.
Yeah, that's going to suck.
I think you got it, Ruby. You're not that bad, are you? Okay,
Francisco.
never mind. Oh well, it was worth a try. Trying to boost morale up here. Next time I just won't try.
Yeah, I'm like, Francisco.
I'll just be like, damn, bro, that sucks for you because you're fucking ass at the game.
It's fine. It won't be that hard.
We'll see.
So, what were your other challenges?
Also, I have to beat Hi-Fi Rush.
After you beat Dark Souls?
Yes. And there was one more afterwards. I can't remember.
I remember what it was. You rolled a 1 on me. It was I had to choose a game for you to play through, but you can only play it when we're together. And you rolled a 1, so it was you had to pick a game for me to play, and we can only play when we're together.
That's right.
And you picked Okami.
That's right.
Right, I forgot about that one.
So you just never invited me over.
Let's be real, though. When have I invited you over?
Oh wow, okay, thanks.
Because the last time we all hung out was your idea.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
That is true. Ruby hit me up like, yo, what are you guys doing on Saturday? And I'm like, oh, I'm doing a one-off with Junior.
We're hanging out without you?
And then, yeah.
But
I'm not saying
that's
that
right.
it wasn't pleasant. I'm not saying that it wasn't pleasant.
You
know, yeah, you dig. You dig.
Doug dig.
You dig.
Dig dog.
With a shovel.
You diggity.
Yo, dig it, dog.
Diggity dog. Diggity dog.
Diggy. I'm 100% diggy.
Yeah, but Junior said if I want to continue enjoying Dark Souls, just skip 2 and go straight to 3.
After I finished playing through 2, like it. So here's the thing. I don't think you'll enjoy Dark Souls 2 as much as I did. And I think Dark Souls 2 overall was a very similar experience to Dark Souls 1. Like, when it averages out. Because Dark Souls 1 is pretty consistent throughout the whole game, minus, like, the back half. The back half of Dark Souls 1 is pretty noticeably ass. Oof. But Dark Souls 2's highs are really fucking high. Like some of the best, like, in the series. But they're lows. Oh, they're lows.
The lows are fucking lows upon loads of lows.
For those who understand my pain, Blue Smelter Demon run back. That's all I have to say. Yeah, the lows in Dark Souls 2 are really bad.
I was going to say, to me, that just sounds like a porn.
It could be. I'll look it up on Pornhub later. I'll let you know.
Sweet.
So overall, I think it balances it out to like a very similar experience with Dark Souls 1. But I think the lows and the shit oddities of Dark Souls 2, for you specifically, Ruby, will be will be a worse experience than Dark Souls 1.
Okay.
That doesn't sound fun.
An example of something that's really stupid in Dark Souls 2 is, you know how when you dodge roll, you have invisibility frames?
Right.
You have invisibility? That's so freaking cool.
Well, I meant to say invincibility, but there is a ring that makes you invisible. In Dark Souls 2, how many iframes you get during a roll is connected to a stat.
Okay.
Ew.
You got to level up that stat to get more iframes during your dodge roll.
What? That makes no
Wait,
fucking
what's
sense.
that stat? It's not arcane, is it?
Adaptability.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
That
adaptability increases your agility, which is tied to things like on dodge roll iframes or like animations of like activating items or like using items and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's really fucking dumb.
Dark Souls 1 had that or not?
No, it does not.
This is the only Dark Souls to do that. Dark Souls 2 is the only one to do that. All the other Dark Souls, it's like how many iframes you get is dependent on if you're medium, heavy, or lightweight.
Yeah. Back when medium armor gave you fat rolling.
Yeah. Yeah, the weight system in Dark Souls 1 is brutal.
Yes, it is. Just one wrong equipment, and I'm fat rolling everywhere.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's like in later games it's 70% and under your medium rolling. But in Dark Souls 1, it's like 50%.
If even that, dude. If you're 40%, you're fucking like fat rolling.
Okay, I know it's not that brutal.
It kind of feels like it.
Oh, Junior,
whether
you're
it feels like it,
defending
whether it's
Dark
not,
Souls
it's
2?
different. No, we're talking about Dark Souls 1, bitch.
Oh, same thing.
No! Well, I mean, yes, but...
Yes, but no.
I will say, though, a positive of Dark Souls 2 is the final boss in the third DLC, the Burnt Ivory King, is easily like top 5 coolest bosses in all of like FromSoft Soul games.
Really?
He is so fucking cool. So like the lore, I don't know what the lore is because I was playing through with Jacob and we were just kind of like blasting through with Sonic speed. So
Okay.
So we go to the final area and we get to like this lady who she's like, "Oh, you must defeat the king," and she opens the passageway for us. And we go through and then there's one knight and they're going to help us fight. But if we go back and we like look around, we can find more knights to help us in the fight. So there's 4 knights in total. So you have to find 3 of them. And then once you do that, you go back to the boss fight and you drop in a pit and all the other knights drop in with you. And it opens up to like this huge like cave system that's like red and like dark. And you just drop down with these knights and they just land by your side. And then you just go in and it's like it's like fighting against an army of other dudes. So you go and you fight like a bunch of other knights. And then your knights that are fighting with you are like sacrificing themselves to like stop these portals that are spawning more enemies. And then once all the portals are taken care of, one final giant portal comes up in front of you. And if you're lucky or not, you might still have 1 or 2 knights that are still alive fighting by your side at this point. And the giant portal opens up, and the Burnt Ivory King just walks out all fucking stoic, like just holding his sword in his hand, just walks out. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm here to fuck your shit, bitch." And then he just comes at you. And it's the coolest fucking thing ever.
Yeah, I was going to say that sounds really freaking cool.
That does sound pretty cool.
He's not like a super hard boss, but he did take us a couple of tries. But every time I was like, this is just so cool.
It always reminds me of all those games where like a character comes out and it's like super fucking badass, and then later on when you get him as a companion or a playable character, they're like total ass.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
Many have
Dark Souls
trembled
2.
before my sword. And then when they're in your party, I need healing.
I'm down.
Revive
me!
Could use a hand.
Oh, I'm not looking too hot right about now.
Sarah!
Sarah! They'll pay for this.
Donald!
Goofy!
Whoa! Look at
When he
That would hurt
passes
my
out.
throat.
But yeah, Dark Souls 2, you don't got to play Ruby. It's fine.
Okay. I'm glad that's what
Instead,
I took out
you
of
should
this.
go straight to Dark Souls 3. That one's good.
So I've
Yes.
heard.
It is the best Dark Souls in my opinion. Elitist fucking Redditors will tell you the first one's the best one, but they're really not though.
So far, this game is rough patches.
I mean, so does every game. So, like, that doesn't really count.
I think my least favorite thing about Dark Souls 1, like, glazing, is the, like, everybody is
hello.
always, like, they all have the one thing that they always say about Dark Souls 1, which is, like, oh, the interconnectivity of the world is flawless, and no other game has ever done anything like that. And it's like, yeah, it is kind of cool that the worlds are connected, and, like, you can get anywhere from Firelink Shrine. But do you really want to run all the fucking way to Anor Londo? Like, really?
No.
Like,
No,
that's
I
why
do
when the later
not.
games introduce fast traveling, it's way fucking better. And, like, the interconnectivity of the world, yeah, it's cool. But at the end of the day, I don't fucking care. I don't want to run for 10 minutes just to get to where I want. And there's a million enemies in the way. I want to just teleport there.
You already got to do that when you're, like, when you die at the boss, then you have to run all the way back to the boss room with all
God.
the
Yeah,
enemies
exactly.
still there.
Yeah, exactly.
The run back is so fucking horrible, dude. I
It's not
hate
the
it.
run back.
Yeah, Blue Smelter Demon Run Back. Yeah, anybody who knows what that means. Frigid Outskirts. Yeah, they know what that means.
I hate it. It's terrible. Dude, are you... Yeah, so...
What?
What?
Oh, sorry, I was talking to Sitka.
Oh.
Because he's at the door, and I see his snoot trying to get through, and I'm just like, dude, seriously?
Snoot, snoot.
Boop a Snoop. Well, anything
Boop.
else you guys want to talk about?
Move to snoot. There was something else.
Yo.
Nice.
So, like, I was literally on the toilet before I hopped onto the podcast, and I was
Me
going
too.
through Twitter. Fucking, they announced Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 remastered coming out this year.
Oh,
Now,
nice.
I don't know about you guys, but the first Tony Hawk I played was Pro Skater 4, and seeing the old map, like, I instantly recognized places from, like, I played back then, because I never owned it. I played it at my friend's house, but whenever I played it, I'm like, oh my god, this game is so cool. And seeing it again, I'm like, oh my god, this is so, like, we're so fucking back.
So
and
nostalgic.
Yeah, and what made me happier is the realization that all the pro skaters are done, which means the next ones to be remastered are going to be Tony Hawk Underground and Underground 2, which those I fucking love, so I'm fucking ready for it.
Which one is the one we played when I came over?
Tony Hawk Underground.
Okay, that's the first Tony Hawk game I played.
Yeah,
I've never played any of them.
they're fun. What makes them fun is that they're like arcadey, so it's not like realistic skateboarding.
Ah, my ankle.
Oh, my knee! But yeah, like, I'm super excited for that. I know it's gonna be a long time before we get remastered Underground and Underground 2, but the fact that it's coming, can't wait.
One off part 2.
Hell yeah. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for the campaign of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 to be remastered as well. And there's one more remaster I'm waiting for. Ooh, the fucking Halo 3 anniversary. It has not been announced yet, but come on now. They remastered the Combat Evolved and Halo 2. We gotta do Halo 3, because that's literally like the best game in the series.
Honestly, yeah. It's kind of just waiting on that. I remember playing through the Master Chief Collection with Nick not too long ago. Playing through Halo 1 and 2 remastered was like such a like fever dream, because you know how you can switch between classic and new graphics on the fly?
Yeah.
Like seeing the new updated graphics and how much of a fucking visual overhaul it is, it's so fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah. And did you grow up with Halo 1 and 2, Junior?
I didn't have them, but I would go over to Mario's all the time when we played.
Okay. Because, see, I grew up with Halo 3. So, because I grew up with that one, I'm the most excited for it.
Yeah,
Halo 3
my first Halo, I think, was the first Halo, where Mario and I would just dick around in multiplayer all the time. And I think it was Halo 2 was when they updated like the physics of the Banshee, and we used to like boost Banshees off of Scorpions, and we would just go flying across the map all the time. It was so fun.
Yeah, I can't wait. And then afterwards, maybe in like 20 years, maybe we'll get a Halo Reach anniversary.
That'd be nice, honestly. Halo Reach is so fucking good.
It is. So seeing all that in remastered cutscenes, oof.
Yeah. Can't wait to see that bitch get headshotted again.
Oh my god.
Can't wait to see Carter ram that shit into a scarab.
Oh, at least I didn't say any names.
Can't wait to see Mr. Skull King over here saying, "I'm ready, how about you?"
Honestly, that line goes so fucking hard.
It is.
Makes me hard.
I'm already hard, just thinking about it.
We're all a little hard.
We all know he's black.
Damn, he be looking like a meal.
Shut the fuck up, goddamn.
Bringing that joke back.
I hate the fact that it's a good one, too.
Oh, it's so good. You don't get it, Ruby.
Nope. I know
Maybe
nothing
one
of I know nothing of what you're saying.
We should play through the Halos together, Ruby.
That might be a 20.
Damn it! That's a good... No, wait. I tried rolling a 20 for that, remember? And I
Not
rolled like
against...
a fucking 4 or some shit like that.
Not against me, you did.
I did. I was like, if I roll a nat 20, then you gotta play through all the Halos. You can do them on easy or normal, but as long as you like finish the story.
I don't remember that.
I do.
I do remember that now that you mention it.
Yeah, because I said like I'm not doing any challenges, no fucking skulls on. You can play it on any difficulty you want, preferably like normal or easy, whatever. Just so you like can play through them without like struggling. You know what I mean? And just so you understand the story.
I really don't remember this.
I do remember this because immediately after he did that roll on you, I failed my next roll, which was Francisco. You and I played through the Gears of War franchise together.
Which you rolled a nat 20 for?
I rolled a 20 on that?
I forgot about that. Yeah, you did.
Oh, I thought I failed that.
No, you rolled a 20.
Oh, shit. Dude, we got to write these down.
Yeah, we probably should.
Proceeds to not do so.
I thought I rolled like a 7 on that shit.
No, you rolled a 20. So we need to do that pronto. And
But
by pronto, I mean
gotta,
like it's probably gonna be a few months from now, honestly.
Yeah, we still got to stream ourselves playing A Way Out together.
Yeah, I want to prioritize that over anything. Dude, I totally forgot. What's today? Today's the 3rd? 4th. In 2 days, Split Fiction comes out. Me and Sydney, we're gonna play that fucking shit.
Oh
What?
yeah,
That's coming out already?
I'm actually really excited for that game.
Like as soon as, because I saw a trailer when I was just like scrolling Facebook and I saw the trailer for it and I'm like, oh yeah, that game. And I watched the whole trailer just to get the release date, and it said March 6th, and I'm like, oh dude, fuck yeah. I checked my schedule, I'm off. Sydney works, but I'm like, hey, when you get off, we're playing this. And she's like, hell yeah, we are.
Hell yeah, I can't wait to break into your home and destroy your Xbox.
Oh no.
I can't wait to give it to Ahsoka like a toy.
I will literally shoot you and then
What have I done?
you are fulfilling your destiny.
You're a monster. Oh.
How long did it take you to realize that, idiot?
Are you very
like
talkative?
that, Obama? How you like that, you idiot?
I thought you guys were quoting something else.
No,
I thought
that
you were quoting
movie's
Shrek.
no. Well,
So here you are.
I mean,
You and the rest of your
kinda.
kind.
It's in the same
actually-
world as Shrek, technically.
You know what? You're right, I
Technically.
totally forgot about that.
Dude, I fucking messed up the opportunity to make a Puss in Boots build in D&D. I would love to do fucking just be like some kind of cat race.
Why didn't I do that? Why didn't I do that, Junior?
I don't know, because you're dumb.
Francisco, we're about to finish our session that we've been playing with Sean with for like about a year or so, and I was a cat folk, and that did not occur to me to be Puss in Boots, basically.
Yeah, I didn't think about it until after one of my friends was like, "Hey, I'm thinking about starting like a D&D. It's gonna be one that we're in the middle of playing, but we need more players." And I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm down to join. Just let me know when." And she's like, "Oh, what do you normally play?" I'm like, "I normally do like melee builds, like fighters or whatever." And one of our friends, Fernando, you know Fernando.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, I like doing melee builds too." And I'm like, "Oh, how about this? I'll let him be the fighter, and I'll choose something different, something that I haven't done before." And my friend suggested a bard, and I'm like, "Oh, fuck yeah!" And then after I made my character, a song popped up in my freaking YouTube music, and it was "Fearless Hero" from Puss in Boots, and I'm like, "Oh, fuck! He plays guitar in that fucking shit. I could have been a bard."
He plays guitar in that shit.
He's like, "Who was your favorite fearless hero?" That could have been me.
Oh my god, that could have been.
And he like,
shut up in me. And shut up in me.
well, he like wields a rapier.
A rapier.
A rapier.
Whatever. A raper.
No!
Because I fucking rolled high for my stats too. I got like 18 charisma and 18 dexterity.
Ooh.
Oh, that would have matched for sure.
I just needed to be a fucking cat. God damn it! An orange tabby with what do you call it? With what kind of fucking hat does he wear? It's not a fedora.
It's just a cowboy hat.
It's not a cowboy hat. Hold on. I need a Google.
It's like Zorro's hat. What kind of hat
it's a sarape?
I'm literally Googling it too.
Wear black cavalier hat.
Cavalier hat. There you go.
Yes, Kevlar, of course.
That's what I want mine being made out of. You know what I'm saying? Do you think if we get enough Kevlar, we can stop a bullet train?
What the
Probably
fuck?
not.
Yeah, probably not. Have you guys seen the movie Bullet Train?
Style hat. No, I didn't. I heard it's good though.
It's really good.
With Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Brad P.
Brad Pee. I did it for the caca.
I did it for the pee-pee. You missed out on that one too. We were rewatching YouTube poops.
From the beginning?
From the beginning, yes.
From the beginning.
We show Danny the hoga.
Oh, how did that go?
Ho ha ho chicka 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 ho ha ho chicka chicka chicka. Honestly, it's been so long since I'd seen those. I was basically watching them for the first time again, and it was amazing.
The only part we remembered was the only part we all remembered was the when the camera goes off, brother. Ho ho.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that shit was so fucking funny.
Bring it back from the back.
Oh yeah.
And the Undertaker will rise up and he fucking starts headbanging.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that shit was so fucking funny. I fucking lost my shit. I think Danny did not laugh at those, but he was hard. He was hard. He was trying hard not to laugh.
Yeah. For him, it was a try not to laugh, but for us, we were just letting it flow.
Yeah. What was another fucking... Oh, yeah, when Hulk Hogan first goes on stage, and he's like, "That's Shosh, man. He's a tough guy, isn't he?" And then he just goes like, "Booty up!"
Yeah. It just comes out so fucking aggressive right at the gate.
Booty up, booty up.
What you gonna
Tell you
do?
something, brother.
Brother.
Hooky.
Are you a good guy or a bad good guy or a good bad guy or a good bad guy?
Good guy or a good bad guy or a lady guy?
You're a
Anyways,
ladies' man?
We're devolving. We're divulging in here. Like, let's move on.
Yeah.
We can go down that fucking rabbit hole for hours.
This is all like brain rot shit going on here.
It was brain rot before brain rot.
Yeah, brain rotter.
My God.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and move on to the anime corner of our podcast. Francisco, do you want to talk about Sword Art Online?
Yeah. The sister revealed to be in love with her brother.
Nice.
That's nasty.
They fucking?
There's no. Although.
Didn't think
anyways. Yeah, in this last episode that I watched, she straight up just admits, and it's like a monologue in her head, and she's like, "I'm in love with my brother, and I can't tell anyone that." And I'm just like, Jesus. I had to take a sip out of that one. For that one, I mean.
Yeah, you were getting thirsty thinking about it?
Yo, the brother got big tits, though.
The brother has big tits.
Oh, I'm sorry. The sister.
Like Francisco, you need to
like
admit
Kirito.
something.
What are you doing, Step Kirito? No, but yeah, this is the part where like, yeah, it's better the abridged, because in the abridged they made the whole incest plot into like oh, back when we were younger, you didn't fight for me as hard as you did about this with Asuna or whatever. It's like legit sibling issues instead of like the sister being in love with the brother. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
that's disturbing.
But I'm almost done with the first season, and then second season is going to be Gun Gale Online, which I'm excited for because actually I like Gun Gale Online. It's really good. The game as a concept, I mean.
Yeah, it's pretty
Do you
cool.
guys-
I mean, having the VR thing in general is pretty cool.
Do you guys remember much about Gun Gale Online? Like the game itself? I'm not talking about like the plot or anything.
I mean, it looked
Yeah.
like a pretty cool concept that everybody's got guns and like motorcycles and stuff.
Oh, I forgot about the motorcycles. But yeah, there's like guns, pistols, sniper rifles, assault rifles. There's energy weapons and ballistic weapons, which that's a concept for video games that I've always admired. Having energy weapons and ballistic weapons like Apex, you know?
Yeah.
And the fact that they have fucking laser swords. Whenever
Yeah, that's
you,
my
like,
favorite part about Gun Gale, like the laser sword, because Kirito just uses it like a lightsaber to deflect bullets.
Which I think that's pretty badass, actually.
It's badass, and it just... It's always like the, oh my god, Kirito is so OP because he could do all this.
Holy
And I'm
shit,
just
Kirito,
like-
you're so fucking cool. Holy shit.
That's pretty much it, honestly.
Suicide
I was
is badass.
Like, yeah, no one will ever be as cool as Kirito. He's the only person that uses the lightsaber in a gun game. And
Gun game.
he's like winning and shit. I'm like, alright, that's cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But
He's like, easy. Predict the prediction lines.
predict the prediction lines. Yeah. Apparently they explain more of that shit in like the actual light novel as opposed to the TV show, and it gives the insight on what Kirito's thinking, which makes him like a really good tactician. But we're watching the show here, we're not including the light novel, so I don't care about that any of that. So
It does the echoey voice inner like monologue, and he's just thinking to himself, is a hot dog a sandwich?
What the fuck?
did I leave the stove on? But
My sister really wants to fuck me, huh?
But yeah, yeah, the prediction lines for when you aim, like a gun at someone. One thing that I don't like about the game, like if I were to play it, is that your accuracy is based on your heartbeat. So like if you have a steady heartbeat, then you have this circle that like expands and reduces, and that determines the accuracy. I'd rather have the accuracy just be like, you know, where your gun is fucking aiming.
Oh wait, that's for Gun Gale? Like really?
Yeah. So like if you have like a super high like heart rate, then it's just gonna rapidly expand like super huge and reduces super small, and it's all like super fast. But if you were like calm, then it would reduce and expand like at a good rate. That's the only
Yeah.
thing I don't like.
Yeah,
Because
that
you're
does sound
telling
kinda
me that I
stupid.
can hold a pistol to a dude's head, but if I'm like having an anxiety attack, I'm gonna fucking miss point blank. Come on now.
Probably. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
if you think about it, there's some truth to that because if you're panicking and you can't like aim properly, you will miss that in real life.
True, but what if I'm like aiming my rifle and physically speaking, like it's gonna hit the target as long as I don't move it, and then I pull the trigger, but then the bullet goes flying like at a 45-degree angle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That's the one
that's
aspect of Gun Gale Online that I don't like.
that's one of the things that I don't like about Fallout too. Because Fallout does that shit where your guns have an accuracy stat.
Oh,
It's
and
like
yeah.
it's like you can have a sniper that has like 85% accuracy, and you could be aiming at somebody dead on, but you get unlucky and you hit that 15% mark, and the bullet just goes fucking flying way off course.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro, are you fucking kidding me? I'm
We can
literally
chalk that
losing
up
this
for a
gunfight because of luck.
We can chalk that up as just like a faulty gun, but let's be honest, in a video game like Gun Gale Online, would there be faulty guns? I don't think so. Maybe
Yeah,
like a
it
jammed
just-
round or something. I don't know.
I mean, just having an accuracy stat in general is like really annoying. It would make sense if your guns had like a condition. Like, let's say you get a gun, you just found it on the fucking ground, and it's got like a bent barrel or some shit. And it's like, okay, yeah, this gun's gonna be inaccurate. But if it's like, oh, your luck stat is only a 10, so all your aiming is gonna be awful. It's like, no, that shit's stupid. Fuck that shit. I hate that shit. I'm gonna kill myself.
The bent barrel is going to be going into the mouse hole, but then it comes out the other side.
I feel like accurate. I feel like
What?
accuracy should be based on the player's skill, not on luck, like what you're just saying.
Yeah,
Like how well can you aim down sights, basically.
yeah.
I learned from
Vote
the
for me
GOAT
for president.
Ramirez.
Switch to your pistol.
Shit her in the balls.
But yeah, and then after Gun Gale, I think they go back to like Alfheim Online or back to Aincrad because they bring that back.
Why?
Well, yeah, actually, why do they?
Because technically Aincrad was never completed, so they brought it back so that players have a chance to explore all the 25 floors that were left.
The
Because
fuck?
Sword Art Online was cleared at floor 75 instead
Okay.
of floor 100.
They found the secret Act 2 Gale ending.
Yeah, but like, who the fuck would want to go back after you were trapped there for like what, a year? They said or something like that.
It was 2 years.
2 years. Yeah, they see. There you go. Like, why would you go back?
Just to experience the game, you know?
Hell no! If I was fucking trapped there for 2 years, fuck that. I'll never go
Do you
back.
have PTSD and want a trigger?
Well, in the game, or I'm sorry, in the show, they were saying like, "Oh, this is pretty much my home now." It feels
I
like I've
guess-
been trapped here forever.
I guess I can see why some people will have some sort of attachment to it.
Think of it like this: it's like when you move to a new city and then you move back home. That's how I think of it.
But
Because
it
if you
was
really
home.
think about it, that game that you're in and you're trapped against your own will, but you're there like digitally, but your body materializes with you. You're there. That's a new world for you. It's like traveling to Mars and then coming back to Earth.
A whole new world.
So I can understand why people would like want to go back, but if people were just like on floor 1 hiding in a house for like 2 years, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you'd probably be sick of that house."
I don't know.
What I think is crazy is that in the show, people were stuck on floor 1 for like 2 months. Not a single fucking person found the boss room or even tried to clear it. But then
They're
after
probably
those
just like shitty
scared?
players, and that was like their first time playing a video game.
It could have
Probably.
been. A lot of them were brand new players that just got the unfortunate draw of the luck.
But still, like 2 months on the first floor? That just seems like way too long.
Well, I want to
think
see you
about it
do
like
that shit
this, though.
faster.
Think about it like this. Let's put it in a realistic perspective, okay? Let's imagine you've never played a video game before. But then your friends are like, hey, there's this new game coming out. It's super sick. This is the premise. And then you're like, I don't know. I don't really play video games. And I'm like, come on, it'll be great. And you're like, all right, I'll play this video game for you guys. And it's your very first video game. It turns out, if you die in the game, you die in real life. I'm going to be taking my sweet-ass fucking time, killing butterflies for 1 XP at a time until I become level 30.
Yeah, I agree. I would do the same thing.
Dude,
or
I
better
literally
yet,
told you that's how I was going to play Elden Ring. I'm going to farm fucking sheep.
better
Get 5
yet,
runes.
I'm not even gonna fight, dude. I'm just gonna fucking stay put.
You're going to be a merchant?
I'm gonna
what do you buy?
Yeah, I'm gonna let those crazy ass people do it all for me.
I'm going to just get to level 99 just from cooking alone.
Oh, yeah, another thing I don't like about Sword Art Online, the concept, is that you can hunt in like the hunting grounds, whatever, but then they don't respawn. The enemies don't respawn for like a very long time. So like if someone beats you to it, you're straight up out of luck and you can't level up. That's what I don't like.
Yeah, I do remember that being a concept where Kirito like immediately was like, oh, I know where's a good place to grind for XP. I'm going to get there before anybody else gets there.
Yeah.
I guess it
He's
just
beater.
goes to show that he's got knowledge.
Yeah, because he's a beater. He was a beta tester. He already knew.
Beta testers. Oh my god, they suck.
Yeah, I dropped that show pretty fucking hard.
I don't blame you. I did too.
Oh man, you dropped it right before they started fishing? Damn.
Fishing?
When they found that little girl and they're like, who is she? She has no name. I was like, bro, what the fuck is this shit? Like we went from like solving murder mysteries and like fighting monsters to just like live in a house on the side of the lake and adopt a random child.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't give a fuck about any of this. I got so bored. That one episode made me so bored. I didn't want to continue watching.
Yeah.
So instead I moved on to One Piece.
Oh
that?
God.
What do you mean, oh God? Have you seen it?
Yeah. It looks like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna
Like, yeah, I won't even try to defend that.
Yeah, you're gonna
Shit
be
sucks.
there. You're gonna be there for a long time.
So I got some words about One Piece. So here's a couple of things. One, I told you guys that I was starting off with One Pace because One Pace changes the like viewing experience where it like cuts out all the filler and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So to my understanding, the only thing One Piece did was cut all the fillers out of the show, and then it just showed you all the canon shit. It turns out they actually do more than that. They also rearrange the way things are laid out, so you watch everything in a different order as well. And I guess in their eyes, it's the order that they think you should be watching the show, the creators of One Piece. But after watching One Piece, I got to a certain point where one of the episodes was removed for copyright reasons. And so I was like, all right, I'll just watch this one episode on Crunchyroll, and then I'll go back to One Piece. So the way the website's laid out is it's separated by, like, villages. So you have, like, the first village that Luffy is, like, in, and then it moves on to the next village and blah, 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 blah. And underneath the village, there's like a number bracket, which is like 21 through 30 or whatever. So I assumed that meant like that number of episodes, right? Like that was those episodes in the original airing.
Right.
Right.
So like Syrup Village episode 4 would be like 21 to 24 or some shit like that. So I look at those numbers. I'm like, oh, well, according to this, I should be on episode like 35. So I go to Crunchyroll episode 35, and it's a completely different thing going on than what I'm watching right now.
Oh
So
God.
I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So I go back to Crunchyroll, and I look at their list of episodes, and it's totally different than One Piece. And I actually think One Piece sucks.
Wait, what? Really? How?
Wow.
Yeah. So I looked up a filler list, and the first like 50 episodes of One Piece are all canon. So there's nothing that really needs to be cut out in One Piece. But from the looks of things, they didn't really cut out much, but they did move shit around. So the way One Piece starts off normally in the original airing, right? It starts off with Luffy like in a barrel, and then like they fish him out of a barrel and put him on a boat, and then that boat gets attacked by pirates, and then Luffy comes out to save the day, right? And so you guys know how Luffy is like Mr. Fantastic. He's got like rubber arms and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's supposed to be like a big reveal. He's supposed to be like a normal person, and then it's just suddenly revealed that like, oh yeah, I'm a stretchy person. And he's like, what the fuck? And it's supposed to be like this whole thing. One Piece starts off with Luffy's flashback on how he became that way. And it totally gets rid of the whole like build up or like it gets rid of the whole surprise that like, hey, this isn't like a normal show. Like there's powers and shit in the show. So like episode 1 starts off with Luffy fighting off the village or fighting off the pirates on that boat, and then it's revealed, oh, he's a stretchy person, and then he's like, I ate a devil fruit, and you're supposed to be like, what is that? What the fuck is a devil fruit? And then episode like 4 or whatever is when it actually shows his flashback of him eating the devil fruit and getting his powers. And during that episode is when it tells you devil fruits are magical items that give you powers, and depending on the fruit you eat depends on the powers you get. But also you lose your ability to swim when you eat a devil fruit. So like people who like eat devil fruits shouldn't become pirates basically, because then you can't swim.
They can't swim? That's an interesting side effect.
If you fall in water, you literally just freeze up and can't move.
Oh damn.
Oh shit.
So if you're by yourself and you've eaten a devil fruit, you fall in water, you just drown.
So you hear the sonic.
Yeah, pretty much. So One Piece completely just destroys that. It just straight up tells you in the very beginning, there's these magical things called devil fruits that give you powers. Here's the main character eating one, and then it cuts to the actual episode 1, which sucks.
That does suck. I feel like One Piece was made for people that already know a lot about One Piece. Because, I mean, we didn't know that. People that, just first started watching One Piece, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it doesn't advertise itself that way. It advertises itself as the ultimate One Piece viewing experience for new and returning people.
I wonder if it's similar to, like, Brotherhood in the sense that we should watch the OG first and then watch Brotherhood, because now we understand what's going on and what they're going to take out. But it sounds like Pacer just totally made its own new show, is what it sounds like.
It didn't make its own new show. It just rearranged the order you see things in.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not the same, like, events being told in the same order.
Well, it's the same, like, arcs in the same order. Like, it starts off with, like, Luffy's arc, meeting, like, this dude. And then he meets Nico. And then, he meets Zoro. And then he meets Robin. And then this other dude that I just found out about. I'm not super far. I'm only on episode 22 right now. But the One Piece, like the shit that, like, the original creator of the manga and stuff wanted you to see later, they're showing you right at the very beginning. And it just fucks up the viewing experience, the original intended viewing experience. Because it starts off with the flashback and it introduces this character, and it's like, there's this dude named Shanks, and he's the one that, like, told Luffy to, like, become a pirate, and then he's the one that gave Luffy his straw hat. And it starts off with all that interaction. When in reality, you're supposed to not see that till episode 4, when the name Shanks is first, like, brought up. And Luffy's like, wait, you know who Shanks is? And then it does the Shanks flashback.
So it just makes sense.
It just kind of, like, it kind of fucks it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then also, for some reason, in One Piece, like, Robin, the redhead girl, she's in the first episode of the original airing of One Piece, but they just cut out all of her scenes in One Piece.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, so the boat that Luffy gets on, that gets attacked by pirates, Robin also just so happens to be on that boat, but she like escapes. She doesn't like talk or say anything, so you don't know who she is. But you're like introduced to her like right in the beginning, and you're like, oh, who was that girl? And then you see her again later. But in One Piece, they completely cut out all of her scenes, so you don't see her until like episode like 5.
One Piece sounds
Well-
funky.
One Piece sucks.
Yeah, doesn't sound like a pretty good viewing experience.
And it was hyped up by like One Piece fans.
By, like,
when I
a lot of
saw
people.
The advertisements like and shit on TikTok. People were like, "Oh, do you ever want to watch One Piece but thought the episode count was too like intimidating? Never fear, One Piece is here." Like those are like the ads I got for One Piece. And now that I've watched it and watched the original back to back, at least just the beginning, up until like that one episode got taken down for copyright. The original One Piece viewing experience is better.
It's better off just looking up all the filler episodes yourself, right?
Yeah. And then the first like 50 episodes are all canon anyways, so you don't have to worry about it for the first 50 episodes.
Which is pretty damn good. That's basically 2 seasons that there's no filler whatsoever.
I'm pretty sure it's 1 season, but yeah.
What I mean is that typical seasons only have about like 24 to 25 episodes. So you're almost guaranteed at least 2 seasons worth. It's not canon. I mean, it's not filler.
Yeah.
So that sucks. Well, at least you saved us the trouble for that.
So that's just my opinion.
Overall, what is your general consensus on the show? Like One Piece, is it as good as you thought it was? Is it as bad as you? Like, what's your opinion on it?
Now that I know that it's actually a goofy show that you're not meant to be taken seriously, it's actually really good.
You know what? I know exactly what you feel like, because that's with me and Gintama.
Gintama?
Yeah.
Gintama is another shonen. You probably seen the main character. He has like white hair, and he has like this like white gi,
The robe?
with a black suit. Yeah,
And he's got, like, a samurai sword.
Oh, yes.
yeah. Because Gintama, I actually saw this YouTube video a long time ago, and it actually makes a lot of sense now. The first episode of every anime should set the tone for the show going on. So, like, the first episode of Attack on Titan, you know, mother gets eaten, blah, 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 blah. It sets the tone, because it's going to be a really dark show.
Mm-hmm.
The first episode of Gintama was so fucking silly. And then the second episode, the main bad guy pulls out a fucking lightsaber.
What
And that
the fuck?
caught me so off guard. I was fucking dying laughing, but knowing from there on out, I knew that Gintama was gonna be like, you know, like more of a comedy more than anything.
Yeah.
So I know what you feel like, Junior. So saying how it's like One Piece is supposed to be a goofy show meant to be like laughed at, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be stupid?
Pretty much.
I found out from I don't remember who told me, but somebody told me that the creator of One Piece was a big fan of Western cartoons, and so he like based a lot of the humor and shit off of that, like shows like Tom and Jerry.
Love Tom and Jerry.
Oh, interesting.
So a lot of the humor and the comedy and stuff is based off of that, and I can see it definitely. And the characters, the way they're drawn is they're purposely like drawn ridiculous for that reason. I still think some of their character designs are fucking hideous, but they're drawn like that on purpose.
So they're supposed... Oh, you know what? Now that you're comparing it with Tom and Jerry, I can see that.
Yeah,
Now
so
we just
now that I
need to
know
do the
all
fucking
that... Yeah, so now that I know all that and I've been watching it, and I've even been hearing them use like generic cartoon sound effects and shit, like the Flintstones like running footsteps shit, like they've been using that like in the show. It's really good actually. I didn't want to have to say these words, but I'm going to say One Piece is a good show. So far,
Damn.
I'm only 22 episodes in.
Wow. Yeah, you only have 1,000 more to go.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're enjoying the show.
So far, that's true.
Yeah, so far.
You're probably getting more of a kick out of it than SAO, so
Oh yeah, 100%. I've already doubled my score in this one than I have in SAO.
Hell yeah.
I don't understand where people are coming from though when they say One Piece doesn't get good until like the second season or some shit, because I think it's been good since the beginning, honestly.
I don't know. I've only ever seen an episode. What episode? I couldn't tell you, but I was like, wow, this looks absolutely awful, and I dropped it ever since.
And honestly, I kind of relate to Luffy a lot, like his character, because whenever like he's kind of like a stereotypical dumb like main character, like Naruto, right?
Like Goku.
Like yeah, or like Goku. But I really like his character because he's always like goofing around and shit. But as soon as like he doesn't like somebody, he's like, I don't fucking like you. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you now.
Oh my god! Really?
Because like there's a part where like without getting into spoilers, like a bad guy who's like pretending to be a good guy reveals himself as a bad guy.
Okay.
And then he was like, oh, I'm pretending to be good just so I can steal from you. And then Luffy gets all pissed off and he's like, dude, what the fuck? That's fucked up. Why would you do that? I'm going to kick your ass now. And then he kicks his ass. And he's like, oh, why are you kicking my ass? Because I want to, and you're a piece of shit. That's why. Like, that's his whole logic, and I am 100% with it.
So he is a simple character. There's
Simple
nothing
man.
too complex to him.
Yeah, he's very likable in a weird way. I still think Ichigo is the better protagonist of the big three, though.
Ichigo.
Yeah.
If anything, I like his name, Ichigo Kurosaki.
Yeah, that is a cool name.
Strawberry.
Yeah.
If I continue watching One Piece, then I will officially have seen all the big three.
Nice.
Oh, that's true. Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece.
Don't forget Dragon Ball.
That is not.
That's
part
not
of the
a
big three.
one. Yeah, it's not a big three.
Oh well.
The Dragon Ball is the father of anime.
And the other ones are the children?
Well, no.
Inspired from Dragon Ball, probably.
You know about like the titles of anime? How like Astro Boy is like the grandfather of anime because it's like what started it all, and then Dragon Ball is the father because that's what made it big.
Yeah.
And then the big three are all the big three because those were the three mangas / animes at the time that were making like record numbers.
The big Shonen Jump ones, basically.
And then after that, there really hasn't been like an era. There are some people who wanted to say like Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, and My Hero were the new big three. And like that kind of caught on for a little bit, but not really.
No, I don't think so, honestly.
It's more so for the people growing up these days.
Yeah.
Like that's the new gen big three it makes sense.
Yeah, but the problem with that title is that like those titles are exactly that, a title given to like a specific like era. So like the big three era is already like gone, so there can't be like another big three.
Right.
Kind of like how the gods of Smash, they're still the gods of Smash. There are no other gods of Smash.
Yeah, true.
Even
Like
though there are players who are objectively better than them, their titles are gods of Smash.
And how Leffen will always be the destroyer of gods.
Yeah. Well, you guys got anything else you want to talk about?
Not really, honestly. I think we kind of covered it. Like, just trying to fucking survive the week, man. It's been tiring for sure.
Yeah, it's only the second day.
I know, dude. Don't remind me.
Sonic Unleashed got announced for PC.
Really?
Hell yeah. After 2008. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh my
5,
fucking
6,
God.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. After 17 years,
Damn.
they finally were able to figure out how to... It's an unofficial port to PC, but it's never been playable on PC until now.
I mean,
And
Sonic
people-
Mania. Oh, go ahead.
And people are liking it.
It's an unofficial port.
It's an unofficial port, yeah. So technically, it's kind of like a. Well, no, it's not a mod for anything because we're playing the actual Sonic Unleashed game. Like, it's the data files for the game.
Right.
And they finally figured out a way to, like, port it to PC.
It's just the fan-made port.
Yeah, but Sonic Mania has always been on PC, so I don't know why they didn't do it in the first place.
That have to do with anything?
Just that it's crazy that they never thought of putting a Sonic on PC when there's one already on PC.
It's not that they never thought of doing
games. There's a bunch of games for Sonic on PC. But
it's not that they never thought of doing it, Rui. It's just that Sonic Unleashed came out 17 years ago.
Oh, I see what you mean. That's specifically Sonic Unleashed.
Specifically Sonic Unleashed, yeah. Because, like, Sonic Adventure and Adventure 2 are on PC.
Yeah, that's true.
But Sonic Unleashed has been neglected by Sega for, like, the longest time. Yeah. And now it's finally getting some love. I saw a fucking article, and it's like, people are finally warming up to Sonic Unleashed, and I made a fucking post being like, these bitches never fucking listen to me. I've been praising Sonic Unleashed since it came out, and everyone was looking at me like I'm fucking crazy.
Yeah, like,
but the Werehog, man, fuck your Werehog opinions. I fucking love it. Shut the fuck up.
I don't like the Werehog.
I think the Werehog missions get more hate than they deserve, honestly. Yes, I do agree that they're not as good as the daytime missions, but I don't think they're as bad as everybody says they are.
Exactly. Like, if I play Sonic Unleashed, I'm gonna play the fucking day missions. I don't give a shit. But I don't mind playing the Werehog stages. But yeah, I love Sonic Unleashed because of the daytime stages. It was literally the first game that had that formula. Sonic 06 didn't have it. They still tried to do like platforming, sort of like playthroughs like Sonic Adventure, Adventure 2.
Sonic 06 barely even fucking worked.
Yeah, and they still follow the eventual formula. But Sonic Unleashed, that's where they finally put an emphasis on speed. And come on now, nothing is ever going to beat those cutscenes. And the fact that all the graphics were crystal clean, but then as soon as Sonic Colors came out, shot down to fucking 480p, all pixely and shit, that shit pissed me off. The fact that we had Sonic Unleashed looking so crispy clean, and then Colors came out and it looked pixely, Generations came out, that shit looked pixely, and I'm just like, wow, this looks like ass if you put Sonic Generations and Unleashed together, which were like 2 years apart.
Listen, dog, if we're talking Sonic cutscenes, though, allow me to divert your attention to this little gem called Sonic and the Black Knight.
Oh my god.
Ooh, Sonic and the Black Knight and Sonic and the Secret Rings actually had really good cutscenes.
There were like storybook art too, right?
That was pretty cool. I did like that.
But the actual like CGI cutscenes, those look nice. I wish for a mountain of handkerchiefs so you can cry your bitch ass heart out.
I totally forgot about that.
But yeah, that's where fucking Jason Griffith like performs, man. You raise your
still
chin.
Jason Griffith for those ones?
Yeah, Jason Griffith was for Sonic and the Secret Rings and the Black Knight. I think the Black Knight was his last performance of Sonic.
Is that when they switched to Roger Craig Smith?
Yeah, Roger Craig Smith voiced Sonic in Colors, which came out after Black Knight. I like Roger Craig Smith, but Jason Griffith for me, he's just way better. Come on, he's the fucking ambassador of "You're Too Slow."
Dude, the fucking I'll never forget the Sonic Adventure cutscenes.
Sonic Adventure cutscenes?
Where
the fucking watch out,
face contorting and shit. Whoa!
Whoa!
Ah! Watch out for that plane!
Watch out for the mine!
This shit's
hey,
so
Tails, check out this cool cat! Oh
my god, that stupid ass fucking. Oh my god.
Stupid ass, as if you don't enjoy that cat. Come on now.
I love that cat.
Mom! Mom's a fucking cat out here! It's fucking dancing the fucking thing!
Another cat! Give me that shovel.
Yes!
right. Well, are you guys good to wrap it up here?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
It took me 3 hours to beat the Four Kings, but I did it.
What? Have you been playing this whole time?
Yeah.
Wait, the Four King what?
Forking your mom.
Okay, so you
Oh
get
my
the joke.
God.
Ruby didn't. R/
Fuck.
whoosh. Whoosh.
Fuck you.
Hey, man, it's your fault for not getting my joke.
Well, congrats, Ruby. All you have left is one Lord Soul now.
Yeah. But I don't know where.
Yeah, then you'll be able to play Hi-Fi Rush like I am right now.
No, I get to play this all over again with no armor.
I thought that was after Hi-Fi Rush.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. No, I told her as soon as she's done, she has to do it again.
Oh, damn.
It'll be fine. Just summon me.
I don't know where the last one is, though. I forgot.
The last
who it
Lord Soul?
is. Yeah.
You got to go back to Firelink. But in the meantime, go ahead and hit us with the outro.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening to the Mighty Beans podcast.
Yo, you made the fucking outro. I mean, you made the intro.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Oh wait, did Ruby make the intro?
No, Ruby
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, he says. I'm me, he says.
No, I'm me.
I'm
Stupid ass
Miley.
cutscene. Anyway.
Well,
Anyways,
you guys
continue.
have a good night. See y'all next week. Do drugs. I'm just kidding. Don't do drugs.
All right, catch you guys
All
later.
right. Bye.
Unless it's ibuprofen. Buenos nachos.